All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazah, this will be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kodash. And it's going to be super quick. I really just wanted to spotlight this video here from YT Wake 'em Up. I'm going to leave the link for this video in the description. I wish I can play it and you know, certain parts of it, but I don't want to get copyright stricken. So again, I'll leave the link for this video in the description. I highly implore you to watch it, this video in its entirety. Hella edifying, you know. I mean, it's really nothing we don't know already. Broken records, especially coming from me. You know, I tell you, everybody is really living a facade. And that word actually came out in this clip. He said somebody was saying these celebrities are living a facade. You know, a lot of information was brought out. I don't remember everything exactly. You know, that's why, you know, I implore you to watch it for yourself. But as you can see, celebrities are going broke. The downfall of the music industry. And we've been telling you that, you know. Nothing's moving in Babylon. I don't give a damn if you're an A-list actor, you know, a top high A-list athlete. You know, you ain't doing numbers like that, man. I don't give a damn, you know. You know, unless you Taylor Swift and shit like that, you ain't doing numbers, man. You ain't selling out tours. Ain't nobody coming to see you like that. And they were even going into it. Even somebody like a Taylor Swift is having a hard time packing these arenas and these coliseums and shit. Okay? They were going into how a lot of these musicians, they've been canceling their tours. Why? Because nobody's buying the tickets. Okay? And they were also going into the breaking down the whole music industry. And something was brought to light. You know, we always say, especially amongst our people, how they don't look out, they make it, you know, and they get all this money, these millions allegedly, and they never look back, you know, and help out their community. And a sister brought out a good point. They don't look out because they can't look out. They're really broke. They don't have any money. They're slaves just like you. They're slaves to the industry. Okay? They're in debt. And the brother was breaking down, I just got the, you know, just up for the backdrop. The brother was breaking down how basically when you go to these big record companies and you're looking for a music deal, basically you're just getting a loan, a debt, you know. That's all you're asking for, a line of credit. Okay, and that's why they get advances. And they were going into how most artists, they only see one check from the record company, and that's that advance, that first check. And then afterwards, they don't ever see another check from the record company. They make money based on tours. They need sponsors, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. You know, they need sponsors, just like an athlete or a fighter. He don't really make money fighting. The money's made by the sponsors. You're basically a walking billboard. And he said that they were going into, that's how most of these celebrities are paid. Not with money. They're paid with goods. You know, they give them jewelry, they give them cars, put them up in homes. You know, you see them at these big events, these sporting events and stuff like that, sitting front row at the big fight. You know, and those are all comp. They don't pay for that, but they have to go to these events because they're walking billboards. For who? For you dummies that buy whatever they're selling you. Okay, so that's how these people are compensated. You see them going out on vacation and all, you think they living a life, but that's required, man. You know, that's their consolation. That's why they can't help you. That's why they really can't help their family members like that, because they ain't got the bag like that. They're in a whole nother tax bracket. They're in a whole more money, more problems. You know, but like I said, watch the video. They're gonna go much more in depth. How everything is a facade that you see. All the jewelry they're wearing, all the car, they're all rented. costume jewelry, or it may be real, but they turn them back in after the event. You see? It's all a one big facade, you know, to trap you, you know? But that's the point. But we've been saying that. And not just in the music industry, all of Hollywood, man. You know? And that's the times that we're living in. So I ain't gonna make this long. We know what time it is, man. Broken Records, Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now, as a matter of fact, it came out of camp. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. These owners, these CEOs, these record execs, what's going on right now behind the advent of P. Diddy? You had a bunch of these record execs resigning, you see? And it's all a ruse, because there's really the industry's tapped out. They were going into how these Atlantic and all these record companies, they've been doing mass layoffs, you see? Because they don't need you no more. The bread and circus is coming to a close, man. Esau's ready to roll out his agenda, man. He don't need no more distractions. You people are ripe for the slaughter. You see? You see? And that's what Diddy signified. That you stars are about to fall. Okay? So it says, that's why they're all nervous. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And he thought he was safe because he so-called blackmail people, had tapes on people. Hey, these people are above the law. They outside the law, man. You know? Sleazy E, he's the real gangster. These CEOs, these record execs, not even the execs. I'm talking about the owners, man. The motherfucker that own Warner Brothers, that own Interscope, the Amalekites. They the real gangsters, man. Man, they do gangster shit right in front of your face, and dare you to say something about it. You know, they they do all type of loan sharking and all type of gangster shit with your money, put you in all type of unrighteous, wicked ass contracts. You know, in the day, but hey, they don't need you no more, and then everybody's tapped out. Ain't nobody got no discretionary funds, man. Ends are meeting. You know, people can't afford to buy the shit you selling, even if they wanted to. And it was all by design. The Hegelian dialect, they squeezing you. So it says, and we in these times, man, but you ain't seen nothing yet. That's why everybody's trying to find a hustle. Why you think all everybody's a starving actor, starving this, starving that. Everybody working till they fucking drop dead. All these actors working 70, 80 years old, still working. Why? Because they're all slaves. Slaves to the industry. Just like you're a slave to your job. We're all slaves. We're all debt slaves. Slaves to who? These owners, these wicked elite. You see? So it says, all these athletes, they got to find a lane. You got to become a sports broadcaster. You got to become a coach. You got to stay on that hamster wheel. Because you ain't really making no money like that. You know, it's all a facade. So it's when you look at the house Negro, going back to slavery, was the house Negro getting paid? Was the house nigga getting a cut? Was Massa cutting the house nigga a check? No. He just had a better condition. You know, he was still a slave though. You know, just because you sleeping in the Massa house don't mean you ain't a slave. Just because you go to those yacht parties and all this shit, you know your place, boy. So it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall, hey, Diddy's learning his place. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and you Jakes on YouTube, and all you social media gurus, you know, you think you so goddamn wise and all this shit. You got these big platforms and these big followings. It is what it is. All of you are just marking yourself. Because that's really why Yahweh Bashim Yahushai invented the internet, the unicorn. It wasn't for you to get fame and notoriety and all this shit, a fan base. It was so this gospel could go out, so that the elect can be sealed and the rest of you marked for judgment. Jake be thinking they so goddamn smart, got everything figured out the industry, figured out the world. Jake think they know everything, right? Know everything about how they know everything but salvation, you know, everything about what salvation pertains to, you know. But it's no excuse. There's no cloak for your sin. So it says, in the day when the keepers of the house, you ain't seeing the whole picture. You just see bits and pieces and think you know something. Starting from our apostles on down, they've been breaking down what's happening, man. Why? Because it's found within the scriptures. In the day, the prophecies are screaming. Now they running off the pages, you know? You think you know something, you know? In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. That's what times we're in right now. It's looking real hopeless. I brought out at camp, you know, I was asking people, I posed the question, where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now? Majority of the people ain't got an answer for you. They hopeless, man. You know, especially the youth. That's why you got a lot of the youth, these millennials, these GMO babies, they tapped out, man. Completely giving up on life at 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, strung out on drugs. No hope, man. You know, because they can see. You got these young people went to college, got degrees, can't find no work. 2-3 years out of college, still can't find no jobs, man. You know? How the fuck you gonna find jobs when it's mass layoffs? And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. The sound of the grinding is low right now, man. I don't know if nobody told you or you've been listening or paying attention. Ain't no jobs out there, man. It's looking real bleak out there. All industries, especially the music industry, the entertainment industry, which is what I'm focusing on, okay? And he shall rise up to the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. That's the point. They've been being brought low. That's why you're seeing Slim Thug complaining. They all been complaining. Lil Boosie said everybody broke. You see? And why are they coming to this epiphany? Because they're not getting no checks. They rely off of you. You know? Off of going to Europe and touring and shit like that. Flying out to Dubai and letting those, you know, doing God knows what to these sheiks and shit. You know? That's how they pay their bills, man. You know? So it says, Isaiah 19 and 14, the Lord Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. That's the main point. Neither, 15, Isaiah 19 and 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which America's Egypt, modern day Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And that's the point. Ain't gonna be no work, man. The grinding is coming to a screeching halt. Ain't nothing moving in Babylon. I keep telling you, all your attention is going to be turned towards that war front, that war effort. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. I start at 46. Salaki, I start at 45. Moreover, all these, Deuteronomy 28:45, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. That's what Jake don't understand. Well, they understand it partially now. Jake is finally coming to the conclusion that we are a cursed people as a nation. We have a generational curse. But now the thing is, they trying to break that generational curse, which is impossible. When you keep reading Deuteronomy, the Lord said, what, verse like 68 or whatever? The Lord said we were going to go into Egypt again, and no man shall buy you, free you, save you. The only one that could save us is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. The same one that put us in this predicament is the only one that could deliver us. Again, Jake think they so wise, but they know everything but what pertains to salvation. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee. Look at P. Diddy. Look at all our so-called prominent, affluent. Look at all the people that so-called made it. Orenthal Jones, O.J. Simpson. Look at them all. Red Fox. Look at them all, man. Look at their ladder, and the curses caught up to them. You see? Eventually, your covenant with death will be disannulled. So it says, we were brought to the Americas as a punishment. We were never brought here to make it. You see? So it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Yeah, you trim your ways to seek love. You compromise your morals for the bag. You do something strange for a little piece of change. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. That's how we can identify ourselves. It's obvious who these curses are on. You see? Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, and for abundance of all things. This is the main point. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. This is why we're in America. It was a curse. It was a punishment. We were given into the hands of a cruel... You just keep reading the chapter. The next verse tells you. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee. That's what you don't realize. This man is against you. He ain't your friend. He's your enemy, your chief enemy. He has a perpetual hatred against you. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, Salakia. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. You got to go to this devil for everything. You got to go to him for a record deal. You got to go to him for publishing, distribution. You got to go to him for food, for shelter, for everything. You see? And in want of all things, this is the main point. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. And you, just because we're not in chattel slavery anymore, doesn't mean you're not still a slave. Again, the word employee means slave. Look it up. All right? You're a slave to who? The owners. All right? And who are the owners? America's a big corporation. Who are the owners of this corporation? The elites. You see? And we're all debt slaves. We're all that thick clay. We're all laden with thick clay, but the system was designed that way, to own nothing and be happy. You see? It says and I don't give a damn if you're a goddamn Denzel Washington. Why you think they always bragging and boasting about Samuel Jackson don't turn down any fucking roles? Why you think that is? He just loves acting so much, right? The fuck out of here. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And now you in debt. You signed a record deal. You got to put out 5 albums and all this shit. They done gave you an advance and all this shit. You up to your eyes in debt. They own you. They got you by the balls, man. Now you got to put on a dress. Now you got to do this. Now you got to do that. Now you got to change your lyrics. You see? You see? That's why the scripture said, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? The Lord Yahweh, well, that's the point. He said the Lord, he shall put a yoke of iron upon, and you still got that yoke upon you, except it's spiritual now. You got adhesion contracts on you, man. Not to mention, you literally put your yoke on your neck by signing these deals. You see? Signing your life away, as they say, right? And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And, you know? And again, I just really wanted to spotlight that video. You know, you heard Rick Ross was going into how he wrote music. Bro, it's just Salakia. Hopefully, you know, that was Salakia. Anyway, you heard him say facade. That's a spirit. But Rick Ross was going into how he wrote a lot of music for over 10 years and never saw a check from it. You see? It's a wicked-ass world, especially the industry, man. And then they get into that industry and they realize how wicked it is, and they start fucking over their own people. Become gatekeepers, you know? Continue the cycle of oppression. Same thing with these athletes. They keep the ritual going, man. Keep propagating the lie. You see? Anyway, I'm out of here, man. I'm going to leave it here. Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower it's servant to the lender. Again, the dude said, if you want a record deal, it's basically like getting a loan, a line of credit, And matter of fact, when you check it out, they don't never had no actual cash, man. What was one of the things they were boasting and bragging about? The black card. And it's a unlimited line of credit. You see? They're all debt slaves, man. Yeah, everything you see they have, it's all debt. A lot of those cars, they don't own them. They leased. Homes be leased. All type of fuckery, man. Anyways, Adawan Ratazadis was edifying, exhorting, and comforting to the elect. Man, hey, this place is through. Babylon is through. These people are through. Ain't nothing moving. The bread and circus is coming to a screeching halt. All the stars of heaven are falling. All hell is about to break loose. Beautiful times for the elect, man. Yapah times for the remnant, the hopeful elect, man, of Yasharallah. Horrific times for the rest of you that are confederate with this goddamn devil. You going down with him. Shalom. Keep pushing, keep fighting. We're close. Wah, abad babal, Kwam Yasharallah.